Good afternoon, rugby fans, and welcome to Houston, Texas. This year's home for the Collegiate Rugby Championships by National Collegiate Rugby, the 2024 D2 National Semifinal. On the plate here, I'm Tim Wilkes, and I'm joined by Craig Wilson out of Yale University. Also find him with Great American Rugby, with Contact Coach on social media. We are just about ready to rock and roll here in Houston, Texas. The first match of the day, Wisconsin-Eau Claire taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. We take a first look here at Cincinnati, and the Bearcats come in 5-2-1, ranked number 4 in the country, had a really strong season, 4-0 in their conference play, and they are ready to go, beating Marquette, who's one of the teams that was able to take down Wisconsin-Eau Claire earlier in the year. Just that one loss to Marquette, but they have been rolling as of late. 50-0 over Grand Valley State and 69-15 over UTSA. The Gales looking for their third national championship in a row here for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Eau Claire Blue Golds, the 2023 champs and your 2022 champs, looking again for the three-peat. We see our referee right there in the middle, Randall Johnson out of Florida, leading them onto the pitch, and we are just about ready to go here from SaberCats Stadium in Houston, Texas, home of the Houston SaberCats. Again, I'm joined by the booth here by the Director of Rugby of Yale, Mr. Craig Wilson. And on the lineups, just real quick, we've got Emma Grayson and Swinnerton and Powell are the All-Americans from last year for Cincinnati. They will be ready and raring to go to lead from the engine room in the front. On the back end, you've got Paige Huggins, number 14 on the wings, blazing down the pitch. She was also an All-American from last season. On the other side, for the Wisconsin Blue Gold, your two-time defending national champions, you've got Kala Dexheimer and Dexheimer there will be leading the way, number 6. And on the back end, they've got multiple All-Americans as well. You've got Saris Ridd, Megan Ludy, and Chamberlain has really been coming on strong from that inside center position. Again, referee Randall Johnson from Florida. And Craig, we are just about ready to get this show on the road. Eau Claire, again, looking for their three-peat, but that one's not going to go 10. What do you see as we enter here the semifinal on the D2 side?
So really important, first of all, thanks for having me. Can't wait to be here. What a matchup we have. Division 2 semi-final. So what we're going to see early on, and this is exactly what I was going to say, the scrum in championship games are absolutely vital. You've got the scrum, the line out, and just doing the basics really well, and just trying to get that early feel for the game. That's why this opening scrum is so interesting, because often the team that dominates the set piece can dominate the game.
Cincinnati comes in the black shorts, white jerseys, with the checker print pattern across the chest. Put into the first scrum here for Charlie Maxwell. 5'5" scrum half from Cincinnati. That one trickles forward, not off the hand, says a referee. The first charge of the game comes in over the midfield stripe, and that is a penalty going to be given, not rolling away, so the quick call right off the bat there from our referee.
Referee making a statement there. He wants that game to play, so that was penalized for Eau Claire not rolling away. Very quick to blow the whistle. The players are going to take note of that. The referee's all over it. A slight error there gives the Eau Claire a chance to wrestle the ball back and have the scrum of their own.
Scrum half there, Maxwell unable to hang on to the tap, thinking too many things. They're trying to get that ball out to the backs, and so our first put into the scrum here for the Blue Gold. Again, your two-time defending champions, looking for number 3 here in Houston, Texas. Again, a bit of a tough season, strong in their conference. Played up with a couple of D1 teams, got a couple of losses, but have been a really strong opponent. And Cincinnati steals this one against the head, but illegally so, as they popped up in the middle of that scrum. Penalty to the Blue Gold.
That's been an interesting tussle so far. Cincinnati Bearcats, it looks like they have the initial ascendancy in the scrum, but they were penalized there for lifting up. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one as we go for a strong run from Eau Claire.
Right off the bat, we'll take it into contact. Kirsten Larson, 5'8", broke defenders with her. Now the third phase here. Not releasing is going to be the call, and Cincinnati come away with the penalty. Quick tap, taking a little bit off the mark there, so we'll bring this one back, but a great poach.
Oh, wonderful technique there. Absolutely brilliant. You can see how she got her hands. There was a clear release. She got her hands on the ball. She was ripping it away. Easy decision for the penalty to give, for the referee to give the penalty.
Quick tap comes cleanly this time for the scrum half, but now a charging run through forward there. Elena Grayson, second rower, getting into the action.
No hands now, thank you. Look.
Second phase again over the gain line, keeping it in tight. Now they'll spin it out to the backs. Rajbandari couldn't hang on to that one. We'll have to settle this one. Lost about 8 or 9 meters there inside their own half of the pitch. Just 3 minutes underway in this D2 national semi-final matchup. Again, winner of this match will take on the winner of the next match. The United States Coast Guard taking on Vassar College right after this match. Big hits for the Blue Gold as they have been shoving them back time and time again. Another hit 3 meters behind the gain line. You see that defensive tenacity from Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Out to the backs this time. A bit of a low pass there. Rajbandari a little sloppy here in the early few minutes, and a knock on will give the Blue Gold another scrum. Lost their first one, but this time in attacking position.
Yeah, I think they were slightly unfortunate, the Blue Golds there, not to get a penalty. It looked like a knock on and playing from a offside position, but you've got to give testament there to the Blue Golds defense. Look how they're getting off the line. So just as we see the knock on here, looks like that might have been played. Nah, probably fair enough from the referee early in the game. Doesn't want to set it out too early with too many penalties, but that all came from really strong defense from the Blue Golds, from Eau Claire. They've earned themselves this position.
Analysis there, Craig. Again, catch him as the contact coach on all social media platforms for fantastic analysis from all across the world of rugby.
Here we are.
Right now, our focus here, D2 national semifinals. Pick and goes for the Blue Gold. Kirsten Larson keeps it in tight. Now they'll spin it out to the backs. Looping run coming around the side. Now they've got things moving, but a strong tackle there from Gladish. Drops them just in front of the 22-meter line. In solo there, Hudson, no support, almost lost it. You see Cincinnati lurking at all times there in the back of those rucks, looking for the opportunity.
You must release.
Not release is going to be the call, so back 10 go the Bearcats, and an opportunity for the Blue Gold.
You can see the Bearcats, they are looking for that poach, that turnover at ruck. They're getting players in and around, so the tackle technique is a leb chop. That means that the opposition can then get their hands on the ball, and you've seen a lot of that, but there must be a clear release. The referee deemed there wasn't there, and that's why we have the penalty.
So the Blue Gold, their first attacking opportunity with the line out, about 7 meters away from the goal line. And in this season, their average score throughout conference play 80-5. Their last 2 matches 51-0 against Grand Valley State and 69-15 against UTSA. They know how to put points up on the board, and right now hands all the way to the outside. Into contact goes Rid. Nice little offload, continuing the movement, but it did get knocked on, and a turnover ball scrum back to Cincinnati. But you see just how dangerous they can get when they reach those wide channels.
Yeah, you can see clearly we were trying to get the ball into those wider channels, but it was a great push defense from the inside from the Bearcats. The players on the inside shoulder were really pushing them out to the outside, and then when that opportunity to tackle was on, they did that. This is a brilliant cat and mouse game so far.
Set.
Charlie Maxwell puts this one in. Computer engineering major for the Bearcats, has this one squirt out the back. Out back to the pocket looking for the kick, and they're able to kick this one into touch. Not a lot of distance on it, but gave themselves a little bit of breathing room here, and we'll have another attacking line out for the Blue Golds.
Yeah, just technically you felt there needed to be one more phase there, because her body was always facing close to the sideline, and the kick went directly out, no yards made. They've put themselves under a bit of pressure there, the Bearcats.
They all got to come back. Thank you, good. Bring that line back.
Last line out was clean from Eau Claire. Looking for another one. Second opportunity. This time it's tapped over, and Swinnerton, the 5'8" flanker, knocks it back. It does get knocked on by the receiver, though, and so they'll move a few meters forward and have a scrum, another attacking platform.
Yeah, that was the danger of not kicking it too far. Even if you won the ball, which was excellent by the line out forwards, then there was just a knock on. And you can see in the background there's wet conditions here in Houston, and that's causing problems with the ball and just having that stability. So you need to do your basics well. The handling and catching needs to be on point.
About a 30–40% chance of rain throughout the day. A moist 48 degrees here in Houston, Texas. And the blue gold looking for an opportunity through the hands all the way outside to Scattaboo. Into contact, but the support arrives just in time to look for some space here on the near side. Megan Ludy gets stifled there on the outside edge. Turns back in smartly to her team to reset. More continuity here from the forwards, kind of taking them in one by one. Nice run there from Larson. She has been banging throughout the day.
Get out, go quick.
Pick and go for Geiger. Continue to keep it tight. In goes Dexheimer. All-American from last year, has been one of the standouts from this squad. They continue to drive forward. Now they'll get it outside. Grimm with the hands to the outside. Through Chamberlain. Ridd comes up into contact. Saris Ridd, incredible athlete. MVP of last year's run. So far, the Cincinnati defense holding firm, playing for about 5 or 6 minutes here inside their own 22-meter line on the defensive end. Into contact again, Madeline Hudson. And Grimm keeps it inside. Good double tackle from the Bearcats, let off a little bit. Another strong run there from Kathleen Geiger. Pass a little bit off the back, and the Bearcats held firm. Ball clanks around the feet a little bit, kicked forward, and Cincinnati on the charge. This one's going to trickle out just into touch, but what a defensive stand and a flip of the field for the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Yeah, excellent work from Cincinnati. What I really enjoyed was their line speed. You can see they're putting an initial pressure on, particularly when the Blue Goals try to go wide. The line speed is meeting them, they're knocking back, and they're losing the gain line. Therefore, the defense can keep getting the ascendancy. From an Eau Claire point of view, they look the strongest, and they were keeping it tight and making those small yards in and around the ruck. But fair play to the Bearcats, excellent defense.
They're able to get this one down off the hands of Swinnerton. All the way to the outside they come. Lucille O'Donnell, from her inside center position, takes it up for the Bearcats. Look to find some space out wide, a little bit of room if they can go all the way out. Try to find some. Huggins tests that corner.
Penalty advantage,
Great
high
tackle.
tackle.
Oh, high tackle, so a penalty advantage being played here for Cincinnati. 27–28 meters out there from the far side of the field, so a little tougher kick for points, but we'll see if they can take that advantage to fruition here. That one goes off the hand, so we'll come back for it. Penalty advantage.
Yeah, clear high tackle there. We call that a seatbelt tackle. You can see there was no real maliciousness in it, but they left their arm in and around the shoulder and neck area. The referee was on point. He could make that call pretty quickly, very easy, and it just allows Cincinnati to keep that pressure on. It'll be interesting to see what the decision is that what they do here.
Charlie Maxwell, just a freshman, leading her team from that scrum half position. We've seen a couple mistakes here, but right now a charging run through the gut of the defense. Elena Grayson takes it about 10 meters out, and a penalty is going to be given there. She held on to it, and a steal there. Saris Ridd steals it away, as we see in the bottom right-hand corner, a terrific poach.
Yeah, it was almost too good of a run. Got disconnected from her attacking supporters, but that was a wonderful poach. As you said there, or a jackal, a turnover. She allowed the attacker to fall at her feet. She had her legs really nice and in a strong position. She scooped the ball, earned a turnover for her team. That was a big moment, because Cincinnati was certainly on the charge there.
Give it half a step, half a step. Good, perfect.
Both teams able to deny the opposition from inside their 22. Relief kick a little bit better here for Eau Claire, as they now have ball in hand, about 30 meters out from their own try line. Take this one down. Secure possession here for the blue gold. They'll look to go out wide. Dummy pass there, loops around, and a skip over the top does not come to hand. And a big time tackle there on the outside. Slows down Rid. The Blue Gold are able to retain possession inside their own 22 now. Bean, 5'7" prop, takes it in. And now the kick's coming from Rid. Found a bit of a gap in the defense there. Unable to make that catch there was Strauss. And it pops right up the hands for the Blue Gold. Walrath in possession at midfield. Eau Claire take this one inside. They did appear to have a little bit of numbers on the outside. Let's see if they're able to set that up. But not rolling away is going to be the call. Good job from our referee, Randall Johnson, cleaning those rucks up here early in the first 13 minutes of this match. It'll be a penalty to the Blue Gold.
It all came from that initial pressure from the kick, so a really good option from Eau Claire to get down deep into the half as that ball hasn't went out.
Great job keeping it in play there, but a huge tackle there on the outside from Scattaboo. Jars that ball loose. I believe we'll have a knock on there, so a scrum back to the Blue Gold. Again, looking for their third straight D2 national championship. Just the Cincinnati Bearcats in their way. Cincinnati, were able to take down Marquette 27-15 in the quarterfinal. And Marquette, one of the only teams that was actually able to take down Eau Claire earlier in the year.
Coach!
See if they have learned enough this season to take down the defending national champions. So far, 14 minutes gone by in the first half. Both teams have entered inside the 22 a couple times, but the second time we've seen a huge push against the head from the Bearcats, and they have won possession. Pass a little bit behind there. Raj Bhandari, the fly half. Couldn't get that one to hand, but they're able to keep things together. Cincinnati Bearcats in those white jerseys over the 22-meter line. Nice little run there from Taylor Powell. Try to go to the far side of the pitch through hands all the way out there. Strauss gets it to the outside, but a big time tackle on the edges again. And a knock on, turnover back to the Blue Gold. Can they capitalize on this opportunity? Inside the 22-meter line. Back to Schmelzer. Only gets a meter or so. Now through the hands, trying to find some space on the outside again. Cincinnati have been so good with this. You see that blitz defense coming up, and the pressure gets to them again. And we'll bring this one back for the knock on, but strong defense. You called it, Craig. Cincinnati still playing tough.
Yeah, there's some strong defense, but what I've noticed from both teams in their passing technique, they're almost passing with one hand. They're letting their lead hand fall off the ball, and that's why we've called a lot that the ball is going behind, because it becomes a really small point of release, needs to be accurate. So just keep an eye on that. See how it's just one-handed passes right now. So both teams need to clean that up, because they've got good intent in their attack, but it's the execution and the skill acquisition what's letting them down slightly.
Coach! Bind. Set.
Randall Johnson, a referee, gets us set up here in the scrum. Couple have gone for Cincinnati there against the head, but they're able to retain possession out the back. A little over 15 minutes gone by in this first half. Still no points on the board, but there's a big time break. Chamberlain takes it across, over the line, and gets it down for the try. Wisconsin Eau Claire strike first with the first try of the match and lead 5-0.
Talk about finding a hole and putting your head down and going for it. Number 12, Chamberlain, did exactly that. It looked like there the Cincinnati had got momentum back. They put pressure on. But just watch here how she takes that outside line. She sees the gap and she puts her head down and goes. So now good vision there. You can see Chamberlain. Look how she looks up here, and then she sees that gap, the left foot step, and she is powering through. She's got the right arm fend, then the leg drive, and then the pace to get over and carry her momentum through. That was a really opportunistic try, but really well worked. She saw it, she went for it, and she got it.
There is Chamberlain, the senior kinesiology exercise science major. Gets it down in the first 5 points up on the board. Kick to come here for the Blue Gold. Sneaks that one just inside the left upright. and extend the lead now 7-0 for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Again, your 3-time defending champs. And we talked about it earlier, Craig. 51-0 was their last win, put up 69 points in their two other previous match, and they are just now starting to get those gears cranking now.
Absolutely, what a great shot from Next Level Rugby in the end zone. Still a lot of pressure. She clearly gets the ball down, does a great job, but she saw the gap, and I just really like how she powered through. She trusted herself. She got a team. She got a try for a team.
Showing off that excellent refereeing from refs all around the country. Randall Johnson right there on the spot, and Wisconsin-Eau Claire with another attacking or opportunity here inside their own end. Couple of slow balls. Now they'll look to spin it off to the outside. See this Bearcats defense again making contact, not giving that edge. Great defense there. Paige Huggins. That wing position slams that door shut again. This is what Cincinnati needs. Strong defense to try and keep them pinned inside their own 22. They've been in here one time with ball in hand, but quickly lost it. Got to apply the pressure and see if the Blue Golds can make a mistake, but right now, through the hands they go. Defense on the edges again strong. Big time tackle there from Gladish. Able to bring Scattaboo down. This time again, hit behind the gain line. Cincinnati continues to play excellent defense against this highly potent 2-time defending national championship squad. Rid again with the kick, just over the top of the defense. Able to come up and get this one. Strauss from her fullback position takes it into contact, but a big time hit from Benke. Only 5'2", was able to wrangle her down at the 10-meter line. Space on the outside, but not a lot there. Let's gonna cut this one back in. Gladish with a smart choice there to get back to her support. Into Raj Bandari, finds a pack there on the outside with her. Punches over that 10-meter line again. And the pass just a little bit off the mark from that 9-10 connection. Maxwell and Raj Bandari all the way back inside their own half. Lost about 15 to 20 meters there on those last couple of phases. The defense, Craig, has been fantastic. We just haven't seen enough continuity on the offensive end for Cincinnati yet.
Too many rolls.
Yeah, it's true. It's the skill acquisition, the catch passes really letting Cincinnati down. You can see there, even though they had the ball, they're not going forward, they're kind of going sideways. So Cincinnati, they're looking their best when they're direct, just as we look back at this great clip here, putting pressure on at the ruck. It's just the skill execution is letting the Bearcats down right now. And that's going to be a problem for them because they'll lose some field position, and that becomes really tough, particularly in these tight semi-final games. You need to be firing on all cylinders.
What are we doing?
How does it feel for a team like this? Strong on the defensive end, but when you've had to make so many tackles and play against the opposition with ball in hand so often, what does that do mentally for a squad like Cincinnati?
Defending is definitely fatiguing, and there's not a lot of pressure, right? In terms of if you're not putting those dominant tackles in, you're not putting a lot of pressure on the attack, and then it's all about that momentum, just as we listen to the referee here.
Go down where she is. Are we good? Time's on.
Back in here, just a quick word with the captain, Taylor Powell, their number 8.
Coach!
North Central High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. So put in here, Lauren Grimm. Scrum half gets us going, but again, a big time shove from the Bearcats. This one's not coming out of there. Eventually snuck out of there by Lauren Grimm, and she gets the blue gold up and moving, but a huge push for Cincinnati. Really drove them back a good 8 to 10 meters there. Back in possession though. Rid slips one tackle, powers through a second, but gets taken to deck. Nice little offload, keeps things moving. Benke takes it in over the 22-meter line. Looking for try number 2 here for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Hudson takes it in.
Touch the ball as you're rolling away. You need to clear faster. Back 10.
Another penalty for Cincinnati in those rucks. We've seen quite a few here. We'll take a second look there, Craig.
Yeah, Randall Johnson, the referee, he's been very clear as we listen in.
Your team is on a warning for that. I need to clean up the breakdown, clear the zone as fast as possible. Down here inside the 22, things get really heightened. You may have a moment.
So pretty clear there from the referee. He wants a clear channel for the scrum half to play the ball. He wants a quick game. So what he found there for the Bearcats, they were not rolling away. They weren't allowing clear access to the ball for the attacking team. As we look back here from Next Level Rugby, you can see the tackle, good tackle, but number 6, you've got to get out there straight away. That's denying an opportunity for the ball to be played. He's been very consistent on there. Just as we're looking there, there's some players pulling each other out as well. But the referee's been hot on this. He's been very clear. He's been very consistent. And that's what you ask for from a,
you can use that, Coach. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer.
Might not have been her intention, but her teammate was definitely trying to pull her out of there. But that ball was hit by her foot in the back of that scrum. Kind of delays things a little bit, so an easy call. Just looking for that intent as the blood sub here, getting things cleaned up a bit for Cincinnati. This fearless Bearcat squad out of the Great Waters Women's Collegiate Rugby Conference. The champions there.
Hey, we got that sub coming in.
Cincinnati out of the Allegheny Women's Rugby Conference. Took down Virginia and Ohio throughout the season. Again, 20 minutes through this match. Still Cincinnati, not a lot of ball in hand. Wisconsin-Eau Claire, your 2-time defending national champions here in D2. Looking to make it number 3 and in a great spot here as we are just about ready to get underway. Blood's cleaned up, player back on the pit, and we are ready to go. There's the quick tap taken by May Bean. 10 meters out here for the blue gold. Look at that tight formation. Pick and goes coming. Kathleen Geiger, foot 4 flanker, shoves forward. This time, not much there on the last one. Dexheimer couldn't get across, and now they'll spin it out to the outside. Far side of the pitch, into the hands of Pettis. And door gets slammed shut. Great defense out there by Paige Huggins. Back, Kirsten Larson, psychology major from Minnesota, takes it in. Now to the outside, Rid. MVP from last year. Haven't seen her extreme burst just yet. To the outside now. On the group, a pod there of forward players to get it in the hands there of the 2 locks. Schmelzer takes it into contact, and now they've got space on the outside. Into Banky. Banky swims through 1 tackle, has support on the left, gets it over to Scadaboo. Around 1, around 2, through the try line, and gonna bring this one all the way back. Dots it down. 12-0. Wisconsin-Eau Claire extend the lead.
Great example of moving the ball from width to width. It looked like the Bearcats had all under control defensively, but it was just that ball movement and number 13, Margaret Benke. I think she's been excellent so far. These really nice outside lines just to get on the edge of a defender, and then the presence of mind to get the offload in to Scadaboo. We just watch here, just look at that step to get on the outside. That is excellent work. And the presence of mind to take out that last defender. Still a lot to work to here. You're going to be disappointed with that tackle that should have been made. Scadaboo made sure she got close to the post and under it. Just watch this offload here under pressure. Great work. Cincinnati are going to be disappointed with that tackle. That's a bit too soft in a semi-final. But Scadaboo is going to make the most of that every single day. She gets closer to the post, makes it easy for the kick. The kick goes over. Big play there from Eau Claire.
Scadaboo might be one of the tallest players on the pitch there at 5'11", but out there on the wing, you see her use those long legs to blaze a trail back into the try zone for the 2nd time for the blue gold. Craig, we sit here with about 15 minutes left to play. Cincinnati, as you mentioned, they've got to keep ball in hand, straightforward attacking rugby to get the ball away from Eau Claire. Just such a potent offense. For me, it really is going to need to be Cincinnati having a little bit more possession here in the last 15 minutes. That one knocked on, will come down, and a great opportunity for the Bearcats with a scrum from about 25 meters out.
That's a classic. As a coach sitting here, that's a coach killer. You've just scored, you've just got 7 points, and then it's all about what's the next play. How do you get a good exit in? Cincinnati put pressure on with the drop kick from the restart, knock on. And I tell you what, the Bearcats' goal scrum has been excellent so far, so they couldn't have asked for a better opportunity to get themselves back into this game.
Size from both teams pretty similar, but we have seen that technique from the Bearcats thoroughly push forward against the blue gold. This one pops out, so it's going to be picked up by the captain, Taylor Powell. Powell drags a defender with her, still on her feet, marching forward. She's got ladies behind her as well, supports there to clean up the ruck. Back through Maxwell. A lot of forwards driving forward. Elena Grayson goes forward inside the 22-meter line, out to the left now. 4v2, but a great job stringing that one out. There's a burst through.
Almost.
Sayer takes it in. This is where Cincinnati just needs to hold strong here. Again, playing behind the gain line a little bit.
Hands up.
Release, that ruck is formed. Shot from the referee. Cleaning up things in the ruck. Out to the right they come now. O'Donnell into contact. 6-7 phases in. Exactly what we're looking for Cincinnati. To the outside, Scott gets out there. Trucks one, keeps possession for the Bearcats, but again, mostly moving pretty stagnant here, but another charge through from Grayson. Elena Grayson out of Waynesville, Ohio.
Never got there in time.
Another great job, but I think that's the second time, Craig, a little bit separated from the rest of her team, and this one's taken away again by Eau Claire.
Yeah, just it was a strong carry. You can't blame the carry here, but look at this technique. Look at, you've got the wide legs, you've got the knees on the body, you're going for the ball. You could not ask for a better technique than that to get the turnover. Referee Randall Johnson was right on the spot. That was a great turnover and really good defense there from the Blue Golds.
All right, Taylor, who is it?
And that is last year's D2 MVP, Saris Ridd, continuing to play some dominant, smart rugby there from her fullback position, the senior.
13 again. Hold on.
Good so far, but lots of great athletes there on the pitch. You see there, Caitlin Scadaboo, already one try to her name as well. About 12 and a half minutes left to play here in the first half. D2 National Championship on the line.
Okay, hold on. Relax, relax, relax.
Reset this.
All right,
Apologize for the audio difficulties.
Good. Thank you. Time is on.
Apologize there for the audio difficulties. Back in the saddle here. Wisconsin Eau Claire with the kick up over the top. Secured in the back there by Huggins, around one, tiptoeing the line, gets hit and into touch she goes. So good job by Wisconsin Eau Claire. Each and every time it looks like Cincinnati is able to break away a little bit. That strong defense from Eau Claire just takes it right back.
Yeah, it was a good initial kick, but it was really well fielded in the backfield there to launch the attack. Maybe just ran out of room, could have worked that left foot step to get back in field. You don't want to be giving the ball away in that position, but good defense, as you say, from Eau Claire.
Back down we come again, beautifully done off the line out for Wisconsin Eau Claire. Nice hands all the way to the outside, but a great tackle coming up. Morgan Kolka out of nowhere enters the picture and destroys that tackle there. Out to the right-hand side for Wisconsin Eau Claire. Contact goes Kirsten Larson. For some space again to the right-hand side. Defense coming up, a big hit there from Elena Grayson. Getting it done on both ends of the pitch now. Again, making contact behind that gain line there for Cincinnati. It's a 14-0 match. But the Bearcats have been tremendous on the defensive end. Just too much constant pressure from this defending two-time defending champion Wisconsin-Eau Claire side. Just keeping ball in hand. Caitlin Moore with it. Now out to the outside, through the 9, through the 10. Ludi gets it out there, over to Rid. Big time hit coming in from Paige Huggins. Huggins, All-American from last year, one of the best wingers in the country. See that big time collision again there. Next level rugby production here, giving you all the best replays, angles from around Houston SaberCat Stadium.
Good work.
In 8 to 10 phases into it, Wisconsin-Eau Claire continuing to get there in time. Now the captain got her hands on it. Powell able to rip it apart. And Craig, it looked like they were doing so well, but as soon as I say it, one runner runs in, and Powell, her second poach and penalty earned already on the day.
Yeah, Taylor Powell, what an athlete. She's been looking for that all day. You can see she's in and around the ruck. Soon as there's a tackle, a ball carrier that lands on the floor, she's looking for that poach, that jackal. And she just missed one just a phase before, but she was not letting that one go. As soon as the opportunity arrived, she was pounced on it. Looks like this ball is still in. No, it's went out. But excellent work there from Taylor Powell. A big captain's play.
On the edge there, looked like that was Scattaboo that had that one knocked forward.
It's going to be a scrum.
Eventually trickled into touch. So I do think we are going to end up with a scrum down, it looks like. See the Cincinnati Bearcat squad. It's clearly Raj Bandari, 5'4" fly half.
Ian, watch the binds over here. Make sure they don't pull down. Crouch. Bind.
Here for Charlie Maxwell from Cincinnati.
Set.
Final words from a referee, Randall Johnson. Maxwell gets this one in.
Stay behind ball.
Another strong push forward. Good job not knocking that one on as it started to move around there in the base. But a knock on comes back. Lucille O'Donnell, number 12, could not hang on to it. So we'll have another scrum here, this time to the blue goal.
And that's been, unfortunately, the story of the game for Cincinnati. Under no pressure, their catch pass is really letting them down right now. So any momentum they get, they're not able to capitalize on it because the catch and pass is just not where it needs to be at this level of a game. But in terms of looking at the positives from Cincinnati, their scrum is excellent. I'll be inclined, if they get that initial movement on and they're going forward, keep it in. Try and milk the penalty, play a tighter game, particularly if the handling isn't working out wide.
I think the last time we saw them on the defensive end of the scrum, they drove that thing back a good 8 to 10 meters. This time a little bit slower, a little more room for Grimm to be able to get that one in and out. Nice kick up over the top. Rid moving her team down the pitch with that right boot. There to Huggins. Steps across one again. Always seems like she's able to make at least one miss out there. Number 14, Huggins on the outside. Here's the captain, Powell. Charges forward into contact. It's a good counter ruck that time by Kathleen Geiger. Bearcats held firm. Thomford strikes one into contact, and now they're going to try and find some space here on the right-hand side. It's about the third time we've seen another miss catch there. O'Donnell couldn't hang on to that one. Wrong direction now. Just on the heels there of their own 22-meter line. Down 14-0. A little under 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. That one brought back, so they were outside the 22-meter line in the last couple of phases. Pass went back inside, so we'll have a line out where that kick was taken, attacking line out for the blue goal.
Yeah, the Cincinnati attack is just not functioning right now. It almost feels now, why don't they go to a kicking game? Put the ball in behind, keep the ball in play, and then back your defense. Try and get penalties from your defense. Take the scrum and then win that way. Because going out wide right now is not happening. They need to get to halftime to try and figure that one out. But fair play to Eau Claire. They are putting the pressure on. They're forcing these turnovers.
Blood sub back on. That's Lauren Sayer, number 13 for the Cincinnati Bearcats. And a big-time steal has this one fall into the hands of Thomford. She's able to drive forward. Now, a little discombobulated there. It's the blue gold that are able to retain possession out the back and look to start the engines yet again. 4-on-3 on the outside. But strong defense charges forward, and Lauren Sayer gets into that, disrupts it, and steals the ball away for the Bearcats. Try to find some space on the edge here. Strong tackle, and they're driven all the way out. Press. Chamberlain already has a try, showing off her defensive prowess as well, and will come back here, believe to a knock-on. All back to Cincinnati, I think.
You can see there, Cincinnati are better without the ball. They're much better without the ball, so that's when the kicking game and the line speed and the defense, that's going to get them in. That's exactly what they've just done here. They managed to get the scrum. If I was them and they get the go forward, you want to keep it in, milk the penalty, let the referee know that you've got ascendancy. You can get penalties there all day long, then you can kick it down and to get your lineouts as well. So it's more of a pragmatic approach, but it's certainly going to play into their strengths.
Seen a couple times them force that blue-gold scrum to start popping up a little bit. See what they're able to do here with about 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Would need a huge response here, but a solid 70 meters to go if they're looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time today. There's a good strong run from O'Donnell. Up to the 10-meter line for Cincinnati. Something out to the left there. Again, contact being made behind the gain line time and time again for the Blue Gold as they charge forward with that defense yet again. Another first contact, 5-6 meters behind the gain line. Cincinnati trying to find any sort of forward momentum here on the offensive end. Another big tackle there from Lily Walrath. Junior slows them down, but eventually does not roll away enough. A penalty given, like Lauren Grimm possibly dinged on that one. It's now an opportunity for Cincinnati, center of the pitch, to maybe work their way downfield with the kick from the penalty.
Yeah, it's a tough place to kick from, to be fair, because you're in the middle of the field. So to try and get some distance on your line out, or it's just really, really tough. It'd be interesting to see what they do here if they're going to make any yards. That's a solid attempt.
Oh yeah. Raj Bandari sends it out into touch. Welcome you all watching here live on the Rugby Network. Thank you for joining us. Tim Wilkes alongside Craig Wilson, Director of Rugby with Yale and the contact coach on social media platforms. Make sure you check him out, but we are ready to go. Still looking to crown the D2 national champion. That'll be tomorrow. Next matchup, winner of this one will take on Coast Guard Academy, taking on Vassar College. Last year in the 2023 championship, it was Wisconsin-Eau Claire with a 32-19 victory over Vassar College. But it should be a fantastic matchup between Coast Guard and Vassar coming up next. But right now, Wisconsin-Eau Claire doing everything they can to punch their ticket up 14-0 here. About 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Strong run there from the Bearcats. Able to keep things moving. Looked like they were going to be stopped back, but they're able to keep it going. But this one off the hands. Maybe a little unlucky there for Raj Bandari. Lost it forward. Scrum back to the Blue Gold.
It's been these last 2 minutes. These are big moments here for the Blue Goals. Can they get that field position just to put them down under pressure? Because you do see there is a wind and Bearcats are playing into it right now. So you would think maybe one more score for the Blue Goals would be a fair return. But they've got a work cut out because this scrum is going to be tough for them because Cincinnati are dominant.
In a fantastic venue here. Major League Rugby's only club-owned pitch here, the Houston SaberCats Stadium. Fantastic turf field, natural grass field, and right now it's Cincinnati ball in hand, looking to find some space here on the far right-hand side. Swinnerton takes it into contact, midfield, just behind it here. Another good run from Elena Grayson. Big time stiff arm, subs off her opposing number, continues to go. 20-meter run there for Grayson, exactly what the Bearcats needed. Under 1 minute left to play in the first half. looking for their first points of the match. Another strong run. Warren Sayer takes it into contact. As you mentioned it, Craig, as soon as they are able to get that up to full speed, it's just starting those launching a little bit far behind right here, 10 meters back. Again, contact made in front of the gain line, but a strong run pushes them forward. Cincinnati driven back, huge counter ruck that time from Geiger. Opens it up, ball was there, and it's finally scooped up by Maxwell. Maxwell takes it in, not releasing. Again, discombobulation there for Cincinnati. A little bit of time left. Clock will be stopped here as this one will be back in possession for the Blue Gold.
That was a big opportunity lost there for Cincinnati. As you can see, there's 2 players down from the Blue Gold, so that means there was only 13 players, and it seemed they all gave up on that ruck. The ruck was there to be taken. The referee said play on. That was a big moment in the game, particularly with the Blue Golds having 2 players down.
And that was Kathleen Geiger, the 5'4" freshman out of Muskego, Wisconsin. Great job shoving over that ruck. Could have picked that one up too. She was kind of a little unclear on what was happening there, but that ball was open for play, and a great job to stifle that offensive attack there for the Bearcats. So we do have another player down there. Possible lower leg injury.
Yeah, I did see she was holding her hip. It was a bit awkward in the clear out. It looks like she took a bit of a knock, and she was instantly in an awkward position holding her hip. So hopefully that's not too much of a serious one. But look at the clock in the red now. I think from a Blue Gold's point of view, you want to tap it and then kick it out, get into halftime 14-0 up. From Cincinnati, they're going to be looking to just recalibrate, just try and get an understanding of how they can get a grip into this game. I do think the kicking game is going to be vital for them. If you can't go through them and you can't go around them, you want to go over them. And their defense is strong, so if they can get territory, put defensive pressure on, make it a really dogfight of a game with scrums, lineouts and rucks, that's where they're going to get the ascendancy. On the other side, for the Blue Golds, they want to keep moving that point of attack because they look frighteningly good when they move that ball wide.
This is Sarah Sprid, an MVP from last year's national championship run, back up to her feet. It wasn't a head injury, looked like a hip, as you mentioned there. Double and triple check there, ready to rock and roll again. Again, should be close to the final play of the half here. Maybe a quick tap and punch this one into touch, but more than likely one final possession here for the Blue Gold. 14-0, a dominant first half for Wisconsin-Eau Claire, looking for their 3rd straight national championship, trying to punch their ticket to the final tomorrow. Out the bat, Grimm. Through the hands of Ludi. To the outside, another nice run. There from Geiger. Been all over the pitch this half. That locked position. Gonna have a maul called there, was not presented. Did not come to hands, and so that will do it.
And that's the end of the first half.
Send it down to Tyler Doige down there with Cincinnati's head coach. Tyler, what you got for us?
Play the winner of the next match, our 4 o'clock match.
Well, Tim, it's obviously been an extremely aggressive first half. A lot of good defense on the Cincinnati side. This is a strong matchup. What was your mindset going into this game?
Just to come in and play the rugby that we know, and we knew it was going to be a hard game, so we were excited about that.
I mean, obviously the word defending title champions always has a little bit of intimidation into it. What are you going to tell your girls going into the second half here?
I think we just need to amp it up. I think we came in a little nervous, a little flat-footed, so hopefully they found their momentum, and we're just going to roll with that for the rest of the game.
Well, the hits are hard, and they look great. Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Tyler. That'll do it for the first half of action here in the D2 National Semifinal. Eau Claire on top 14-0. We'll step aside and we'll have the second half when we return here on the Rugby Network.
In alignment with the values of rugby, Globant and Major League Rugby join forces in a powerful innovation scrum that aims to elevate the sport using the latest technologies. We are already co-creating digital solutions to impact the game, the fans, and the global community in a sustainable way. When technology meets passion, the unthinkable happens. Globant, technology that dares to delight.
I'd say my favorite Thorne product is creatine, white protein, vitamin D, super EPA, fish oil pills.
I chose to take Thorne supplements over another brand because they're sports backed.
We know it's tested and it's safe to use.
There's a wide variety of benefits that range from sports performance to neurological benefits. I know it helps me increase my lifting capacity.
That they're third-party tested, that they're NSF certified.
And they also taste great, so that's why I choose Thorne.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Welcome back to Houston, Texas, the home of the D2 National Semifinal here. Cincinnati taking on Wisconsin-Eau Claire. And it's the Blue Gold from Wisconsin up 14-0 to start this one off. And right now, we've got analysis down on the sideline. Tyler Doige with one of the Blue Gold's coaches. Tyler.
Yes, that's right. I am co-coach of University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Obviously, we've gotten pretty familiar with each other. This is your third consecutive year being here, and we're matching even. And obviously, you guys are no stranger to this competition. What was your mindset coming into this? You had a little rough start to the beginning of your season. What was it like?
Yeah, I mean, it was just all about resilience that we've always been about, but continue to come together, change some things, play a little bit better, and, you know, we're here where we want to be anyway, so just continuing to play our game, for sure.
And as far as, like, coming into this game, second half, you guys got a couple of tries on the board. What did you tell your girls going into the second half?
Continue to play defense, we're doing a great job with our kicking game right now, so we're pushing them back, we're doing a great job with that, so continue to hit that, and then stay low on tackles, roll away, and we should be in a good situation. I mean, up 14, so just got to continue to push.
Definitely gloomy skies, but nothing short of great rugby, so thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Tyler. Again, down there with Coach Derek Wagner of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, your two-time defending national champions here on the D2 side of things. Get this one out into touch here for Cincinnati, who is down 14-0. And Tim Wilkes joined up in the booth by Craig Wilson. Craig, a strong first half for Wisconsin-Eau Claire, but Cincinnati has knocked on that door. Their defense has been good. Just gotta find something here on the offensive end.
Yeah, it's all about the team who can find the most field position right now. And that was a great start there from the Cincinnati Bearcats. It was a great kick. They got the turnover. Now they've got the line out.
Wisconsin-Eau Claire dinged for not releasing there off the kickoff, but they're able to secure possession here with the steal in the line out. Inside their own 22, but they're looking to step through. In between two defenders they go. Into contact, Chamberlain already with one try on the day. See her rumbling through the defense yet again. Still in possession through the hands of Ludi.
The Bearcats have two players down right now.
Behind the play, not interfering with it, so referee decides to continue on. Hopefully they can get back into the pitch quickly. Wisconsin-Eau Claire looks to find an opening there on the outside. Another run from Chamberlain. Continuously taking multiple tacklers to bring her down. Now, Cincinnati, another strong tackle from their captain, Taylor Powell. Number 8 continuing to play well in the defensive end. A strong low charge from Walrath.
Yeah, I went the other way, but thank you.
Inside they go, the number 8, Caitlin Moore, continues the charge for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. One player coming back here for Cincinnati now. Look to be just about back to full strength, but they continue to drive forward, the ladies in blue. Walrath again, leading from the front. Now they'll spin it through the hands of Chamberlain, out to the outside. Benke, a hard run, almost broke through, but great defense there by Sayer. Another strong charge. Good job by Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Craig really keeping it in tight for the most part, just waiting for their opportunity to strike on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like it's starting to build now. Those holes are starting to appear. They're punching it in. There's some big, strong carries, and it looks like they found an edge here, but the Cincinnati defense is holding strong.
Another tremendous tackle from Paige Huggins, the sophomore out of Ohio, continuing to just slam that door shut on the the near side of the pitch here. Really has kind of been the saving grace for Cincinnati, as Wisconsin-Eau Claire has had a couple of opportunities on those outside edges and really have just been a little bit better going straight through the teeth of the defense as they continue ball in hand. They've had it here for just about the entire 4 minutes that we played here in the second half. This one knocked forward as it looked like Powell was trying to poach that one out, ended up losing it forward, so a scrum back to Eau Claire.
So Eau Claire were asking a lot of questions there of the Cincinnati defense. Cincinnati had all the answers. That was great from side to side play. It was good attack, there was good running lines, there was good strong running, but the one-on-one tackles from the Bearcats was excellent. And that's why I keep mentioning that is a strength of their game. So sometimes you're better off without the ball. Kick it long from a Cincinnati point of view. Back your defense, force the turnovers. It was really close there. Taylor Powell nearly got that turnover. It looked like as she was Jacqueline, she may have knocked on the ball, but you could see what the Cincinnati are capable of from a defensive point of view. I tell you what, Eau Claire, they are asking a lot of questions right now.
The junior May Bean, number 1 there, will step off the pitch. Number 17, Ann Tess, the 5'6" physical education major. The senior steps onto the pitch and takes over that prop position. Strong put in. Cincy still shoving a bit, but they're able to snag it out the back quickly through Grimm. There's the kick up over the top. Even against the wind here, Craig finding some space out the back. This one's still dribbling along. Soccer volley by Gladish right into the hands of the blue gold though, and they continue the attack. Benke with it on the far side of the pitch. Lost it a little bit in that ruck. No, not rolling away, going to be the call. Back 10 go the Bearcats, and a huge opportunity now for the blue gold in the second half.
I love that play from number 10. Luddy, absolutely great kick. When you kick, you want to find the grass. That's exactly what she does. As soon as it finds the grass, the rugby ball can do whatever it wants to do. It put the backfield of Cincinnati under pressure, and then the attack comes again. So just beautiful tactics there to advance downfield and just put the pressure on. Really, really great rugby. As we look back here, pressure on. I'm not sure what was going on here with this kick, but pressure does funny things to players, and then that gives Eau Claire the field position they so desperately want.
That was Ariel Gladish all the way from her wing position. Number 11 came back. The fullback was in, so she came back and tried to make that. A good effort there. Now Cincinnati has her back, and they retain possession out of that last line out. Good strong counter ruck. Slows things down a bit, but they're able to snag it out of there. Maxwell. Now the kick. Looks like it did land in touch, just in front of that white line. So a strong kick to relieve a little bit of pressure. We'll have the Blue Golds with another line out.
Just on there, we've got Megan Luddy, number 10. Just we're looking at actually 15, Red. These players, wonderful athletes, really good awareness, great skill sets. Really enjoying this game. It's a great battle between two strong teams.
Cincinnati still looking for an opportunity to get on the board, but Craig, that's got to be the 4th or 5th steal against there in the line out for Cincinnati. Incredible job on both of the set pieces. Really the main thing that has kept them in this one. But now the difficult part, trying to break through this Blue Golds defense. As you see them time and time again coming up with force, putting pressure on, and again it leads to a knock-on. Great defensive line speed there from the Blue Golds, forced the turnover and a scrum back to Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Yeah, the connection right now for Cincinnati with 10 and 12, just with passing is not working. But as you said, the line out defensively has been great. So the set piece from Cincinnati is excellent. They just need to put themselves in positions where the set piece can become more dominant. You get that by clearing your lines, forcing the Eau Claire team to turn around and kick the ball back and play off those opportunities. But really like what Eau Claire's about. That launch and that line speed was excellent. They're putting on a lot of pressure.
Actually, last year in the quarterfinals, these two teams did match up, and it was Wisconsin-Eau Claire, the first little stamp on their run to the national championship with a 12-10 victory, and now they're looking to do it again. Now the 3rd time in a row. Over the 22-meter line they come, and Wisconsin-Eau Claire, ball in hand, banging forward with Madeline Hudson. Great run there from Hudson. Always plenty of blue jerseys right around the ball, but it's stolen out the back by Taylor Powell. Rips it away. Nice little backhanded offload, keeps things moving for the Bearcats. Into contact goes Huggins. Cincinnati inside the 22 here. Now punch their way through it. Strong counter ruck though, has this one taken away. Kala Dexheimer got involved there and set up her team to poach that one away. And now the Blue Golds out to the left. They've got numbers through the hands of Chamberlain to the outside. Already with one, Scattaboo lays it off. Beautifully done, and Margaret Banky dots it down for the 3rd try of the match for Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Excellent try. All came from defensive ruck pressure, forcing the turnover. Then it was a skill execution to move the ball 3-4 passes into the wider channels, and then they took the try that they truly deserved there. Excellent work from the ruck, getting the turnover. The turnover is the best place to attack because the defense is all of a sudden disorganized. Just look at that recycling, the passing from right to left is out in front. Then you put the foot down, go straight, and then the awareness for the offload. And then number 13, Banky, gets the try. She's looked threatening all day, but this is a great example of catch pass, then go forward, rides the challenge, and then a great offload and a good try. So from defensive pressure to counter attack, that was absolutely textbook for the Blue Golds.
Kick off the mark, no good. So our score 19-0 in favor of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. And again, just to start that whole thing off, gotta give props to Kala Dexheimer, number 6, the 5'6" grad student with the huge counter ruck, shoved off the rest of the Bearcats. left that ball available for them to take it all the way home. Wisconsin-Eau Claire in a great spot now. Chloe Rajbandari looks to get us back underway again. 10 minutes into the second half. Tim Wilkes and Craig Wilson taking you through all the action here live from SaberCat Stadium here in Houston, Texas. Great partner for National Collegiate Rugby over the years. One of the most premium fields in the country, and a great opportunity for these ladies to show off their skills they've been working so hard for throughout their collegiate careers. Right now, Wisconsin-Eau Claire in position for their 3rd national championship in a row. Ball in hand here, great tackle on the near side again. Pettis retains possession though for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Time and time again, just not making as many mistakes. We've seen Cincinnati with way more knock-ons, penalties inside those rucks. But Wisconsin-Eau Claire, Craig, have just played an incredible match, a nice, clean match for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see they're very comfortable with possession. They're really probing. They're asking a lot of questions of the defend.
5'11" Scadaboo again breaks through the teeth of the defense, strings it out there to the outside on the far side of the field, but a penalty is going to be given here. A 3rd time, I think, that the penalty has been given, all because of Taylor Powell. She's had a couple clean as well, but she has been a tremendous athlete. Number 8, as we'll take a second look here.
Yeah, excellent work from Taylor Powell. She is hunting for those turnovers all day. She puts herself in a good position, but the technique is wonderful. She waits till the ball carrier is on the floor, then she gets a wide base, and then she gets a hand and she goes straight for the ball. Look at that wide base that she has, and then she can ride the counter ruck, and excellent work, hands clearly on the ball. Yeah, she's a very good jackler. Textbook work there from Taylor Powell. She's really given it all for her team to try and get them back into this game.
There's a little bit of a gray area, because as soon as you make contact in that ruck with the other team, you've got to release. Did a great job getting her hands on it quickly. And now this is where Cincinnati needs to get red hot. Down 19-0. About 28 minutes left to play. Pick and goes here, keeping it in nice and tight, trying to keep that possession, and now they'll swing it out to the back. Here is Rajbandari. Continues it along, all the way out, but another knock on there. Huggins couldn't hold on to it. Straight down, says the referee, playing on. Scooped out the back again, Maxwell will go out to the left-hand side. Has her backs out there with her. Huggins into contact again. A great clean out there by Powell. This has been one of the most impressive parts of Wisconsin-Eau Claire's game. Just not leaving any gaps on the defensive end, always having somebody charging after that ball, cleaning up on the outside edges as well as they continue to move forward while on defense here, hitting them behind the game line time and time again. Good run that time. There's Burke taking it over, but again, a little bit stranded and has it ripped out of her hands. Wisconsin-Eau Claire back on the charge. Nice run there from Schmelzer. Continues the attack for the blue gold. Bit of a high pass is wrangled down on the outside edge. Again, it's Huggins. Slows things down, but a nice little offload to Rid keeps things moving. Big time counter ruck, opens this one up. Huge effort. I think that was Allie Scott that got in there. Shut that one, actually Sayer, the number there, to be able to get that one in. And again, the Bearcats, but Craig, we've seen this throughout the match. Just unable to break through the gain line, haven't used the boot enough, and yet again have it stolen away.
Yeah, we are witnessing a defensive masterclass at the rucks from both teams. The amount of turnovers that we're seeing from good poaching, from good tackling, and it's just been excellent to witness. Both teams counter-rucking, jackling, great work, and it just allows, well, doesn't allow the attack to get any momentum. Just look at the fight at these rucks.
Fantastic effort from both of these squads here. A D2 berth, or a berth in the D2 National Championship is on the line, and the Cincinnati Bearcats are not going to let it go easily. Great defense, hitting them a good 5 to 10 meters behind the game line. Ball is free again. Some nice defensive pressure from Cincinnati. Then the kick from Rid. Finds again. Lots of open grass. Scooped up in the back by Gladish. Skids by 1, around 2 and 3. Past one final defender, but a great defensive stand. Ali Pettis wrangles her from behind and takes her to deck. Right back in the same position we were just at. A huge thumping run coming in from the Bearcats. Momentum is theirs. Can they crack this defense? The Blue Gold have been tremendous throughout. See the replay there. Big time run from Gladish. Has them back on the attack. Very deep line here. Finally a breakthrough. Sayer has had a couple of good runs, but just couldn't get the offload through. Off the hands, no advantage gained. Actually played in offsides position, I believe. So actually gonna have a penalty here coming back to Cincinnati.
Wow, what an exhausting play that was. Both teams had 3 or 4 attacks. There was turnovers, there was big hits, there was players being bowled over, there was evasive running. We had it all then, but it winds up that Cincinnati have got great field position. Perhaps they should take the scrum here, try and milk the penalty and just march down the field. It looks like they're going to tap and go and run straight into them.
Just a slight breeze at their backs, but not a ton. And a huge run there. Ali Scott really starting to get those engines cranking. And now to the outside again they come. Swinnerton keeps things moving for the Bearcats. Ruck is there, but a little bit from the outside. Through the hands, Raj Bandari to the outside. Just have not been able to get that full hands to the outside as quick as they wanted, but they're able to still make something of it now. Gladish, her second strong run in the last few minutes. Sets up the Bearcats just inside the 22-meter line. Here comes Kennedy Stewart. Takes them a couple meters closer, but another big-time counter up shoves them off and secures possession for the Blue Gold. I think that was Geiger, couldn't quite see the number there. Maybe Hudson there with that huge counter up, but Cincinnati keeps applying the pressure. Blue Gold not out of the woods yet. Cincinnati Bearcats still ball in hand inside that 10-meter line. Good job coming up to secure possession. That was again Taylor Powell working hard on the offensive rucks as well. Said it, Craig. Blue Gold's so good. They're forcing those rucks and having numbers in those rucks each time, but another mistake there in the exchange in the back line. Ball hits the deck and a turnover back to Wisconsin-Eau Claire, and still a 0 sitting up there for Cincinnati, but boy have they worked hard.
Yeah, there's no lack of effort in both of these teams. Absolutely wonderful stuff. You can see they're really well coached. The big difference right now is the skill set errors are creeping up for the Bearcats, and that's because of the pressure from the Blue Golds, particularly defensively. They are continuously getting off the line, and sometimes you can get, well, a lot of the time in this game, you can get turnovers by forcing skill set errors. And you'll notice that from the line speed from the Blue Golds has been excellent, and that's why they're yet to concede. But you feel like from the Bearcats, something's coming. They're really giving it everything, and they might just break through.
On the scrum, they were able to push forward and big shoves there in the first half. The Blue Gold able to slow things down a little bit. Nicely done there, securing possession again on the outside. It's Pettis taken down by Huggins, and they're able to rip it out of the hands. Secured by Sayer. And Cincinnati again, here in the second half, knocking on the door. About 21 minutes left to play. Still plenty of time here, Craig. If they can get points on the board, we'll completely flip the script of this match and give them a huge opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Rugby's all about momentum, and you often see if you score 1 try, you normally get 2 or 3. But as we said, as we say it, skill set error, it is proving costly for Cincinnati.
Ball hits the deck. Never know where it's going to bounce from there. That time up and hit the hands of Nelson Mercer. Went forward and turned over back to Wisconsin-Eau Claire. We've played in this general area of the pitch now for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Wisconsin-Eau Claire with hands all the way to the outside. Nicely done there by Rid to get through and offloaded as well. Gets it into the hands there of Pettis. It's taken down. I believe knocked on, so we should have a scrum here coming to Cincinnati.
Just look back on a replay here. You can see great running movement. Just watch that under. Just look how under pressure, two hands that looked like it was a rushed offload. It wasn't. That was high skill level. Two hands on the ball, puts it under pressure. Unfortunately, just a knock on there. But I just want to give a testament to all these athletes out on this field. This has been a high ball and play game. That means that everyone has been on the whole time. There's two great teams full of athletes. What a contest that we have.
Saris Rid, again, last year's national championship MVP, looking to make her statement here in the D2 semifinal. Knees hit the deck, but up enough, says our referee, and we continue to play forward. Through the hands, Chamberlain to Benke, to the outside. Here comes Scattaboo. Already one try on the day, but she's able to keep things retained. Possession back for the Blue Gold. Nice tackle, low one there from Kennedy Stewart. Chops down the Blue Gold player and continues the charge now for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Off the hands, backwards, says the referee. Rid could not handle that one. The Bearcats' biggest strategy or advantage that they've had today is these poaches. Wisconsin-Eau Claire again sends two more into the ruck to clean that one up time and time again. In goes Geiger in that lock position, has really had a fantastic game. Out to the outside. See time continuing to trickle down. Each of these possessions is perfectly okay for Wisconsin-Eau Claire to just milk the clock. They come up, they'll take a pick and drive here. Kathleen Geiger again. Gives them an extra meter. Just trying to get those seconds to tick off. Easiest way to do that is with ball in hand. Now they'll swing it to the outside. They've got space out there. Only one defender to beat. Huggins, they get around her. Beautiful little pass there from Rid. Rid with the speed, getting chased down by Huggins. But Saris Rid will take this one the distance, stops it down, and gets her exclamation point on this match. Wisconsin-Eau Claire with their fourth try.
It was Rid with the finish, but number 10, Luddy, just watch what she does when she gets the ball. She looks up, she sees that the Cincinnati defense is narrow, and then she just takes off on an outside arc, and then she feeds the absolute weapon that is Rid. So if we just look back, when we get to see the replay, you can just see the work, what she did there. So it was all about those forwards running hard, but just watch this, looking up, and then she sees if she can take out number 14, that last defender, she sits her down by running at her, two-handed pass, and then Rid, watch this, fend, and then the athlete that she is, she races away for a wonderful try. But real hat tip there to Luddy. I just love how she pinned down that last defender because she knew Rid was there and she was going to do what she does best, score a wonderful try.
Rid converts her try as well and extends the lead there for the Blue Gold. Saris Rid, the senior athletic training major out of Windsor, Wisconsin, continues to be a huge force for this Blue Gold squad. Another try, second of the second half, and really puts this game into a different position here as we're under 20 minutes, Craig, and Cincinnati's just going to have to score at will if they want to be able to get back into this one.
And interesting, it looks like Rid has just been taken off the field. Remember, there's a final coming up, which these coaches have to think about. So it looks like Cincinnati, well, Eau Claire, feel like the game might be wrapped up and they're trying to wrap one of their star players in the cotton wool. But look at Powell once again for that turnover. She is something else at those defensive breakdowns there, Tim.
Yeah, see exactly why. She is that team's captain. She's led from the front throughout this match, but just been too much. They're from Eau Claire. And remember, one more D2 semifinal coming up next. It's the United States Coast Guard Academy taking on Vassar College. And if Vassar is able to get the victory, we'll have a rematch from last year's national championship, a 32-29 victory for Wisconsin-Eau Claire over Vassar College. Vassar is a tremendous squad, but the Coast Guard played them tough last year in the semifinal, and it will be a rematch again coming up right up after this match. EC Eau Claire with ball in hand all the way here on the near side of the pitch. 15 minutes left to play in this D2 National Championship semifinal.
Move. Stay here.
Able to secure possession. Not a whole lot of subs. You saw Rid come off and a couple there in the front row, but both these squads really leaving in their players, having the best opportunity to punch their ticket. Deal with tomorrow when we get there. Right now, still a 26-point lead for Wisconsin-Eau Claire, back inside their own 22. Now the boot coming. Rid gets it up over the top, finds some space again. Secured there on the outside, but they step into touch on the white line. There was Kulka. And so a turnover ball back to Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Every bounce of the ball going their way so far, Craig.
Yeah, bounce of a ball, but they're letting it. That was Luddy's skill set. She turned her body that she was kicking so the ball would land on the grass. And as soon as it does, it just forces Cincinnati to have to play it. They have lost the line out here, so we pass it back over to you, Tim.
Oh, Lusitania is able to take that one. Fireball off the back of the line out. Simply knocked forward. Again, we do have referees mic'd up, so the assistant referee is able to help out as well, but catching that knock on, and we'll send this one back to Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Again, a third year in a row they've set themselves up here for a national championship. We heard from their coach, Derek Wagner, at halftime. Ladies have excelled here in the second half, had 2 in the first, 2 more in the second, and really not showed many weaknesses thus far.
You sure? Because there's a trainer coming. You got a minute.
Down on the sideline now, lurking, we have Tyler Deutsch, and Tyler was able to catch up with Saris Reed.
That's right. It's been an absolutely electric D2 game here, and Saris Reed, you have been one of the staples of it. How does it feel? You guys are hitting hard. Obviously, Cincinnati's been hitting just as hard. How does it feel out there?
It feels great. I mean, we knew we were coming in for a fight, and it's good. We like it when it's a challenge. We like it when it's a fight. So it's been actually really enjoyable out there.
And, you know, it's quite the position to be in, being Eau Claire, because you guys are defending champions and stuff like that. What mindset do you guys do? What kind of things do you do ahead of the games to obviously not take that too much into consideration, be nervous, you know?
I mean, our number one thing is not cocky but confident. It's a lot to prove. It's a lot of stress on our shoulders, and we just kind of got to come out and be, not to like try to go to what other people expect of us, but just to make sure that when we're out on the field, like, we played the best rugby we could play, and that's kind of our mindset.
Well, you guys have definitely played some amazing rugby today, as well as yourself, so good luck, and we hope to see a good end of this game, okay? Get back with your team. Get on camera. Yeah, there you go. Good job, guys. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Tyler. Good work there on the sidelines. And Saris Reed, again, a tremendous player. MVP last year. Good job by Coach Derek Wagner getting her off, letting her relax a little bit and watch her team punch their ticket. They'll need Reed tomorrow in the national championship, looking for their 3rd in a row. Cincinnati back with possession here, just inside the midfield stripe. Natalie Miller, 5'6" civil engineering major, takes it into contact. Nice little offload that time to keep things moving for the Bearcats. But they got their hands on it, did the blue gold, ripped it away, and another turnover here for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Into contact they come. Rubas carries players with her, still on her feet. Ball is formed, goes to deck. It's got to be presented quickly. Able to take it out. Go here to the backs. Chamberlain into contact. Keeps things tight. It's actually Caitlin Moore, number 8, strolling through the teeth of the defense. Looking for some space here on the outside. Little two-man action there. Great work. Get it back and forth, but eventually knocked to deck by the Bearcats, and they get possession. Almost there. Buckley tried to come in for the poach, but possession is secured. Good job by Sayer to get into that ruck. Not rolling away is going to be the call there at the back of that ruck. Unti could not escape quickly enough for referee Randall Johnson. There's the quick tap coming from the captain. Taylor Powell charges forward. She has been fantastic on this day. Just needs a little more support from the rest of the Bearcats. Penalty is going to be given here, not releasing the call.
She got her up around the neck.
Turnover ball back to Wisconsin-Eau Claire. A little bit too intense there. Taylor Powell in working hard, trying to find something. Now the defense on the defensive end. Wisconsin-Eau Claire with possession. Under 10 minutes left to play in this D2 national semi-final. The blue gold. Eau Claire, Wisconsin continue to charge. This time not releasing is going to be the call. And the quick tap coming straight at them with Powell. Nice little defense though. Good hit coming up from Unti. Makes the tackle. The Bearcats continue to push forward. Huggins into contact, has it ripped away, and there is Unti. Came into this one, believe for Rid, and has already made her presence felt on the pitch. Here come the blue gold, trying to step in between players through one. Finally hit though. They're able to retain possession. Good job. Support arriving just in time. Off to the left-hand side. Grimm did a great job bringing the defense in. Pops it out to the outside. Ludi gonna take it the distance all the way for the try. Megan Ludi, 5'4", habitational science major, dots it down and extends the lead for Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Megan Ludi, I tell you what, I like what she's about. Real good playmaker. She's been bringing her teammates into the game. She's been good with her kicking as well. Defensively, she stands up, and then she got a reward here. She got an ability to show her athleticism. Look how she takes the outside line. She's got pumping those arms. The ball's secured. Megan Ludi, take a bow. She has been excellent this game, particularly in the second half, steering her team around the field. And that is a wonderful try to see a great athlete in full flight. Well deserved there.
Megan Ludi, the All-American for the fly half position last year in NCR, and making a statement here in the D2 semifinal. Quite possibly could get her second All-American status as one of the best fly halves in the country, and we are really starting to see it here in the second half. Kick goes awry, no good. But a huge lead now, 31-0 for Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Just see, it was that initial line break there. Really great work to just get on the front foot. Defensive ran out of numbers, but Ludi was like, it was 1v3, but she knew she had 15 meters to work with. And then she just took off and did the rest. But even though the score seems like it's massively, well, it is massively in the favor of Eau Claire, that has not been reflective of how physical this game is. I think the best analogy, it's been two heavyweight prize fighters slugging it out round for round in the middle of the ring. There's been turnovers left, right and center. There's been strong carrying. There's been bouts of amazing athleticism. Oh, it's a tough one out there. They've earned their ice bath tonight.
So we'll come back here off of that restart. You see Raj Bandari tries to take this kick, but it looked like she may have had one earlier too, that not the full drop kick, but this one was not taken correctly, did not hit the ground. And so we'll bring this one back to a scrum center for Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
This is a great attacking opportunity. Midfield scrum that opens up both sides of the field. Puts the defense under initial pressure. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack here.
Struggling just to get that one back all the way. They're able to do so in the end. And Lauren Grimm's able to scoop this one up. Over to Ludi. Trying that weak side. Over on the left, Scattaboo with one try on the day. Switches hands, the big fend gets taken down by Huggins. Another sure tackle for number 14 for Cincinnati. Scattaboo with that huge break sets things up now for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. And you called it, Craig. Great set piece. They were able to find some space there on the far sideline. Great work from the center scrum, and now they continue to move forward. Into the hands of the big number 8, Caitlin Moore. Over to the outside, Lily Walrath has been a charging force in the center of the forward pack. Now a skip pass up over the top, finds its target there from Benke. Benke with the offload, gets it to Buckley. Not a lot happening there.
Ooh,
counter up all the way through. Play on, says the referee.
Yeah, look like a shoulder to the head. It'd be interesting to see that one again.
In the end, they're able to retain possession as we take a second look there. Big time collision and a huge counter ruck coming in. We've seen that time and time again from Taylor Powell. She continues to be a standout there for the Bearcats. Nice tip there on the kick try. Able to slow it down a little bit. Continue trickles out into touch. Last touch by Wisconsin-Eau Claire, so it'll be a Cincinnati line out.
Taylor Powell making her presence felt. She has been an absolute menace there the whole game, and she was definitely on the edge of the law there, but she was just putting it all out there for her team. She's been an excellent leader. She's not going to give up.
Under 4 minutes left to play in this D2 national semifinal matchup. Cincinnati with ball in hand, looked like a knock on, possibly intentional there from number 8. Caitlin Moore. Just a simple knock on, says our referee, and so it'll be a scrum down back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, the referee having great communication there with the assistant referee. I think Randall Johnson's had a wonderful game. Referee, he's been very clear with what he wants in terms of making the ball available. He's allowing teams to counter ruck when they've done all the right movements. So yeah, very impressive game there from Randall Johnson, the referee in the middle. And again, testament to just these two teams. It's 31-0, but this contest has been physical, exactly what you want from a rugby match at this level now, Division II semi-final.
Shows what a great job National Collegiate Rugby has done, bringing in the top refs from all over the country here for the national championship this weekend. A couple years ago, they upped the pay to try and get some of the best referees from around the U.S. We are definitely seeing a good contest here. Remember, right after this match, we've got Coast Guard taking on Vassar College, and that will be the final match before the D1 National Championship tonight, 6 p.m. Central Time between Wheeling and Southern Nazarene. Wisconsin-Eau Claire, a dominant force here on the D2 side. Just about punched their ticket for their 3rd straight national championship, looking for an exclamation point through the hands of Chamberlain. Over the outside, Bloomquist, the sub, swims through 1, 2. Nice little fending there. Keep things moving, and now Chamberlain's gonna pick and go. Looks to go off to the left-hand side. Again, Huggins involved in the tackle. A little bit flat-footed here, Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Final few minutes of this match. Into the hands of Ludi. Chamberlain to Banky, looking for that final offload, couldn't get it out. Strong tackle there from Florima. Now back center of the pitch. Into contact, Srubis, Olive Srubis. Tackle! Out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Inches the blue gold closer and closer. Now quick hands out to the outside. Swinnerton came up charging there. And a big time tackle from Powell. Slows down the attack a little bit. And the defense has been strong. I know 31 points up on the board, but this is such a powerful Wisconsin-Eau Claire side. Last 2 matches putting up 69 points and 51. So again, 31-0 doesn't seem like much, but Cincinnati has held strong defensively, and they have definitely came to play on that end of the pitch. But that on the other side, Wisconsin, Blue Gold, their defense has responded as well, just as good, and they have fully stifled the Cincinnati attack. Blue Gold still with it inside Cincinnati's 22-meter line. Good hands all the way to the outside. Benke gets it out there to Buckley, around the corner and through for the try. Great work, Caitlin Buckley extends the lead for Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Great finish from Buckley, but once again, we said it at the start of the first half, number 13, Margaret Benke, just watch her little movement to get on the outside edge to then set her wingers free. It's really subtle, but it's absolutely great play. As this play develops, look at number 13, just look how it's just this little shift to get on an edge of a defender, and it's really subtle. And then Buckley, she still had a lot of work to do. She races away, she gets her team on the scoreboard. That is a statement try for a statement win for Eau Claire.
Caitlin Buckley, the senior out of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, dots it down and extends the lead for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Third try of the second half. Big time kick there from the edge. A little too difficult, off the mark, no good. And that will do it. Our final whistle there from Randall Johnson sounds. And Wisconsin-Eau Claire have punched their ticket for tomorrow's national championship, where they will be looking for 3 in a row. Joined by Craig Wilson. And Craig, what a terrific match. Just too much power and pace there for Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Yeah, Eau Claire deserved winners. Excellent in possession, excellent on defense, great power, just great skill sets. Very well deserved winners. Good luck to them tomorrow.
Huge statement victory, a shutout win for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Their second in a row in this tournament, and they are really clicking on all cylinders now. We've got Tyler Doidge down on the pitch with Megan Ludy. Tyler.
Woo! Here with Megan Ludy. She had to cough real quick because she was just doing a lot of running on that pitch. Wow, a familiar sight. Surprisingly, for fans at home, that's actually a smaller deficit than we normally see Eau Claire put up. How did it feel out there today?
It was pretty good. You know, they had a really good side, so it was definitely tough. A lot more defense than we're used to, but you know, it was fun.
Obviously, you guys are a super dominant side, and you're right about that. The defense was hard hitting. You heard every hit, and Cincinnati did not stop. They kept coming. They kept coming. What did you guys do going into the second half, still having the lead, to remain and finish strong?
I think every single player on our team just does their job, and we trust each other to make our tackles and to make good passes. And then all the finishers that came in that second half, they just came in with fresh legs, and that helped us get a boost to keep up our intensity. So.
And we see that you guys not only get so much support from your local, from your local supporters, but also just around the entire rugby community. What do you have to say to maybe girls out there who are thinking about playing rugby and want to get on the pitch? I mean, Eau Claire is a pretty inspiring team. What do you have to say to those people?
Yeah, I was just going to say a lot of us started in college, so it's something you can definitely pick up. And anyone that's into playing sports, it keeps you fit. You have to be strong to play and fast, so it's just overall good. And oh, that sounded stupid. But, you know, every single body type can have a spot on the field, and we have a position for everyone. So.
Well, you looked amazing out there, and so the team, congratulations. You're heading to the final. Congratulations. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you all for joining us here on the Rugby Network. For Craig Wilson and everybody at Next Level Rugby Productions, I'm Tim Wilkes saying goodbye for now. We'll come back with the second D2 semifinal when we return on the Rugby Network.